Well, there's some big news coming over the wires down the pike and through the CB radio these days. Operation Black and Blue. And what that is an organized protest put together by a group of veteran American truckers to try to take trucking back. These are serious guys, veteran drivers with serious complaints. They've got a mission statement. They've come up with a Bill of Rights for commercial drivers, and they've got a list of issues that they want Washington to address. I want to stress again that this is a protest. This is not a strike. This is a non-violent protest. The strikes of the 70s and 80s were violent, never got us anywhere. Washington made all sorts of promises and appeased us and never kept any of those promises. So this is just a protest by serious people, a 6-day protest from October 3rd to the 8th. And they're just asking that everyone either go home and take those 6 days off or join them in Washington in this protest. From their mission statement to begin with. Operation Black and Blue is an organized protest in which we endeavor to sustain the integrity and dignity of the trucking industry and the drivers by protesting against unfair regulations. Let me read you a few excerpts from the Commercial Driver Bill of Rights that these guys have drawn up. Truckers should have a choice as to whether or not to use the ELDs. They should be allowed paper logs if they so choose. ELDs should not be forced on anyone. Drivers should not be held to a continuous running clock. The CSA scoring system should be abolished, and parking availability needs to be addressed, and addressed right now by Congress. And the demands for Washington for a special session, what they're asking for. They're asking for the ELD mandate to be abolished. They want the elimination of the 14-hour rule of service, and they want to restructure the FMCSA to have over half the members be former truck drivers or owner-operators. Now let me tell you, as if you didn't know already, we've just been inundated with rules the last 15 years. Rules, and no money. And these rules are part of what forced me out of the industry a few years ago. All sorts of rules and no profit. Back then when I decided to retire, the rules and regulations formulated by CARB helped me decide to retire out of the industry because I was running California and I wasn't prepared to invest any more money in the truck just to be able to run California anymore. Now they're insisting on this ELD mandate. Again, another expensive proposition with no potential profit involved anywhere for the drivers, but certainly there are a lot of costs involved. It now seems evident that Washington is set to mandate these ELDs in December of this year without really solving the problems involved with these ELDs. It's a half-baked proposition. They're not addressing the real problems involved with the ELDs and the drivers. They're just going to ram it down our throats. Let's face it, we truck for money. The money is part of what we're about here. There's got to be money involved or it's not worth doing for us. And the more of these rules and regulations are implemented upon us, the less and less we seem to make. Costs are going up continuously, and they keep bringing in these rules and regulations that do nothing but cost us money. I love trucking, always have, but there's got to be money in it for me. There's got to be money in it for you, and if there's no money in it, there's no point in doing it. So they need to find someone else to drive the trucks. But we don't want that, and here's an organized protest to let Washington know that. We just want to come together, make decent money, get rid of the stupid rules, and get trucking back to what it was once before, back when it was great. Let me stress, this is not our brainchild. This is not our idea at Smart Trucking. However, we throw our full support behind it because this is what we've been fighting for all along. Fairness, more money, and more rights for drivers. This is right up our alley. Professional drivers deserve respect. We demand it. Stay home with your family. If you have any hope that this industry will recover, you need to show Washington that you're serious about this. Or you're welcome to join the boys in Washington. They'd be happy to see you there. These guys are fighting for us. They're fighting for what we've been after, what we've wanted. Equality, more money, and the abolishment of these stupid rules. Give these guys your support, and I will see you on the backhaul.